when he gets those opportunities, he's making a lot of those plays. Teams are finding ways to kind of neutralize some of the guys on our defense, and so you definitely see that. We count on him every day to just go out there. He's a guy who gives us a lot of spark, and he's always got those plays in him.
I think last year was kind of under the radar, and maybe teams didn't know what he could do. Obviously now they can. Is there any frustration on his part that, geez, I don't have the freedom or I don't have the opportunities I had last year?
Yeah, I guess there's a little frustration. Every great player obviously wants to do those things, but I'd say the biggest thing with him is that he's so selfless that if there's any frustration, he doesn't really let us see it. That's huge. And I know that he's probably thinking a little bit to himself, but as long as he goes out there and he's playing, giving his all for the team and doing what he has to do, we got a lot of respect for that.
Josh, what do you expect from Minnesota coming in here? I mean, they played an emotional game last week. They lost their head coach, Jerry Kill. What do you guys kind of expect from them in a nutshell?
Probably a little bit better than what we saw last week, honestly, just because it's going to be a big atmosphere, same type of deal. They did a lot of things really well in that game. We saw the quarterback make some plays, and we saw some of their tight ends make some plays, and their running backs run really hard. So they're going to have to find ways to defend all that.
Can you actually tell that teams are playing, and we keep hearing teams take their best shot when they play you guys. Can you actually tell that when you're on the field that they're playing different than what you saw on video?
It shows up when we make adjustments and corrections. Some of the things on the sideline that we see differently than maybe we saw on film. And then it definitely shows up when we do film review that, things look a lot cleaner from other teams sometimes on film than they did we were scouting them.
Hey, Josh, what's the furthest you've seen Braxton throw the ball in practice?
What's the furthest I've seen him throw the ball in practice this week? I do not want to answer that question.
Have you seen him throw the ball in practice?
I will not answer that one either.
Hey, Josh, I know you guys have goals as a defense. Does the defense feel it's generating turnovers at the rate that it should be right now? Are you guys happy with where you're at?
We started off early this year kind of getting some more turnovers, and, we had a couple of scores on defense. Even I think that's slowing down right now. So that's something that we said is one of our objectives this week is to create turnovers. That gives us a spark. Obviously, it helps our offense, but to be a great defense, you got to do some of those things.
Have y'all also addressed the running game situation? If there's one thing you look at this defense, y'all are kind of in the middle of the pack as far as defense against the run and stuff. What did y'all address on that over the last 2 weeks?
Just the attention to detail. We addressed tackling. Definitely, just making sure that we know our fits, but obviously that guys have to beat somebody too. It's hard to play defense when guys know their fits and they fit up blocks and they do the whole thing, but nobody's really getting off the blocks and making those plays. So that's one thing we talked about is just aggression and violence at the point of contact, not just being 1-for-1 on every play.
Josh,